Is Ideogram version 1 finally worth your hard-earned dollar, or is it hot garbage? In this video, we're going to dive into those advanced features that cost either $8 or $20 a month and see if the Ideogram editor and the ability to upload seed images is actually worth that effort, worth your time, or if you want to stay at the free tier. We're going to find out in this video. Let's get right into it. Hit that music. I went and I made the upgrade. You can see I'm now an Ideogram Plus user. And I grabbed the big subscription, the $20 a month, for two specific features, Ideogram Editor and Image Upload. The question is, are they worth it? Is the juice worth the squeeze? And you're about to find out. I already ran some tests, and I'm going to go through them with you right now. You can upload an image, and here I upload an image of myself. I put man in a black shirt. I left an image weight of 4 out of 5. Here's what it came up with. Use the pose. It completely ignored what my face looks like or the style of the image. It did a kind of drawing or like an oil painting type picture. And we could see hurtful, hurtful, hurtful. The images it comes up with, and this is the big test, is it going to be mean to me? We go higher, raise the image weight again. This is what I was worried about, why I was actually hesitant to put money in. This is the same thing a lot of AI tools have done. And I'll put a card to other videos where AI has always made me look uglier. This is an uglier version of myself and older. Same thing here. This aged me. I look older. This is really mean. And this is like a rougher version of myself. None of these are an idealized version or a more attractive version of myself. I raised the weight to 5 out of 5 and it just got meaner. It aged me even more. Now I'm in my 60s. This does look like a slightly uglier version of me. You can see where it started out as me, and then they just got meaner. It's all different deformities almost added to pictures of me, like that suddenly the eyes are really small and the mouth has a weirdness to it. And now there's a mole on my neck. All of these things, and my fingers are melting into my arm. All of these things are great disappointment. To be completely honest with you, I was very surprised by this result. I was hoping for good things, but I tried a lot of different ideas. Here's another version. So I uploaded a different picture of myself, image weight 5.5. So we kept everything the same, but just changed the face and made the hair even grayer. Older, even older, even older. Now I'm late 50s, late 60s in these pictures. So it's adding a lot of ages to me. This is something a lot of AI tools do. They use images of me and they don't look good. For thumbnail creation, these are not useful. I could not use these for my YouTube thumbnails unless I wanted to be sad. I got a little bit creative and tried to do an exciting image with a helicopter exploding the background. The helicopter looks awesome. Helicopter looks awesome. This helicopter looks awesome. Helicopter looks awesome. But if I look at the actual guy in the foreground, every one of these guys makes me feel bad. They just don't look like me. Not all of these guys are ugly, just some of them are, but it's not really what we're looking for. So then I thought, what if I upload an idealized picture of me created by ArtFlow, the tool I like to use? This is an better version of me. The whole point of using an AI is to create an idealized version of yourself, not an insulting version of yourself. We have the image weight at 3 out of 5. It keeps the pose and it ignores what the person looks like. You can see instead of headphones, it's a hat that's crooked, goofy glasses. The background has changed. There's no longer women. Now it's mostly men in the background again. Now it's a chef DJ. This is not terrible. I like the image, but it doesn't look like me. It doesn't look like an animated version of myself. So while this is cool, I can't use it for the purpose intended. Like the uploaded picture is ignored. This is insane. I didn't want to look at it. It hurts my feelings. This one is very, very different. It's a cool image that has only the loosest of things to do with the actual seed image or the prompt. Each time we increase the image weight and move some things around, this time it gave us some more realistic images. This is a strange cartoon, different race with extra hands. He has 4 arms and I only have 2 arms. And this is what AI often does with pictures of me. It just makes me look like old and a terrible version of myself. I did multiple versions and run-throughs to see if there was just something that could slip through the cracks. Different ethnicity, different ethnicity, different ethnicity, different ethnicity. I'm not sure why it's doing that. We can't even lock in color matching me. These are wide jaw, insulting. This guy is all right, but he's not me. The image anchor is just really not getting any result that we're looking for. Did one more test. I raised the image weight to 5 out of 5 to say, no, make it look like me. And when you can see when I lock it to 5 out of 5, it matches the pose. The background stays the same, but it only changes the face. The one thing we don't want it to change. These are all different men who are more attractive because it's using this attractive version of me. It's finally making attractive characters, but it's removed all the things that make it look like Jonathan. The next test I ran was with drew this picture in Ideogram Editor. I drew a man on a motorcycle in front of the sun. Then I ran the prompt with an image weight of 3 out of 5, and here's what I got. Trash. I lowered the image weight to 2 out of 5, said, don't pay that much attention to my drawing. Now we do have a motorcycle and a sun. Motorcycle's going in the wrong direction. You can very easily see that in my image, the motorcycle is going to the right. Motorcycle going to the left. Motorcycle going to the left. And this is the one image where it's going in the right direction, but it's a very low quality image. The editor doesn't really do anything great. It's not very useful because I can get better images without the drawing. Let's go in and do some live tests together to see maybe, just maybe, these tools are useful if you don't look like me. But let's first go to the editor. Click this little pencil. They kind of hide it. There's not really a lot of instruction. So to me, I want to figure this out, unfortunately. You go to editor, and this is all there is to it. So you can choose the size of the font. You can choose the thickness of the line. You can either grab a color with the eyedropper, or you click in here to choose a color. I'm not sure why it's so bad. I want to make a picture of a frog. Let's pretend that's a frog. And then I'm going to draw a duck. I'm going to try and grab yellow. It's really hard to get a yellow that doesn't look disgusting. And then we have purple. So let's just say a lady in a purple dress in the background. Okay. Now we've drawn 3 elements. We're going to save our image. It does the exact same thing as uploading an image. Whatever image you draw, whatever dimensions it is, it locks it in. I don't have the ability now to change it. If I want to do a 1x1 square, I can't. That ability is gone. I'm going to leave magic prompt off so that it doesn't lengthen this. It just draws the 3 things I say and follows this image with an image weight of 3. We're using version 1.0. Let's hit generate. Amazing. Let's try again. We'll turn magic prompt on and click generate and see if we can get something better. This is obviously terrible. I can already draw bad. It's locking in the positions. I would say these are bad. This is the only one that's not bad, but you can see the duck and the frog have merged in some type of nightmare scenario. The woman seems to have no spine. It's creating nightmare characters. If I was trying to create a horror movie, these would be perfect. I can raise the image weight to 5. So the image is super important. We have magic prompt on, and let's just see what happens. The one good thing about being on the paid plan is that it generates much faster. You can really crank out your images. You can see how fast it did it. As we increase the image weight, the quality of the image turns worse. Even though it's their tool and they know how it works, you can't really do a fine drawing. You don't really have a great tool for creating a really tight image. Let's go down to 2 out of 5 and see what happens. These images are fabulous. And you know why they're fabulous? Because they're ignoring my drawing. The only value is to try and tell them where to position the people. So let's look at that. Did it adhere to the prompt? It goes woman, frog, duck. It added a fish, which is fine. This is a watercolor element. The colors are correct. The duck's mouth. It's either 2 mouths or a nightmare mouth. I'm not sure. Correct positioning. In this case, the positions are completely wrong. The frog and the duck are both on the wrong side of the woman, but the picture is much better. Here, I don't know what happened to that duck, but it's making me sad. I don't want to look at that too long. Again, we have good positional adherence. This duck seems to have 2 tops to its bill. This is the top and this is another top instead of a bottom. There's no tongue. There's something wrong with this frog's nose. The woman's fine. Unless this is an extra hand, which it might be, in which case she has 4 arms, so there's a bit of a nightmare scenario. Overall, the feature I paid for, when you jump to the middle tier, $8 a month, this is the first thing you're grabbing. The ability to use this editor. It would be far better to draw your picture somewhere else, to draw something a little better and then upload it, which is at the highest level, and you'll start to get better images. What's really happening here is I'm saying ignore the image. Now we're getting much better drawings. You can see woman, frog, duck. And the reason it doesn't care about position is because the position only comes from the prompt. This one's pretty good. It only is good because I'm ignoring that. The paid element I have here of the editor is a complete waste of money. I would say it's trash. I like Ideogram. but I feel like they should get rid of it. I feel like it's a worthless feature. I don't see any upside to it because if you adhere to the prompt, it starts drawing this. Why would you ever think this is what I want? Or this, or this. It makes stuff that's not any good. Now we're going to try using an image of someone who's attractive, and we're going to see what happens if it can use that, if we can upload an image. So what I'm actually going to do is have Ideogram create an image of a beautiful person. Then I will load that image in and see if that works. If we upload an image, if it can actually do it. So I'm going to leave magic prompt on. Beautiful woman in a blue dress. Very simple. There's nothing here, so it's not relying on anything. We can choose from here all the choices of style. And I'm going to choose cinematic and portrait photography, so it feels realistic. Let's click generate. I always think they shouldn't show the 99% images because they always look so terrible, but then at 100%, they look great. Let me just choose one. So it's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, this lady's quite fancy. She doesn't seem to have any extra fingers. So I'm going to download her. I'm going to upload her. You can see it takes you here to where you can draw on the picture, which only will make it worse. We're going to use this exact one. We're going to do woman red dress. And we're going to really test this. I'm going to give it full strength, turn magic prompt off, and see if it will turn the dress red and if it will look like the same woman. You can see that it kept the position. It failed to change the color to red. We had our image weight set to 5. Let's turn it down to a 4. Click generate. Instantly, we are losing the woman. It no longer looks like the same woman. You can see there's some ethnicity hopping, but it's locking in the dress. It's not changing the color of the dress. So maybe we need to lower the image weight to a 3 out of 5. Let's see if we can get to a red dress. Okay. Half red, half blue. It's a completely different woman. She's not smiling. She looks dirty. I didn't put in the word beautiful. I just said woman because I wanted to use the original woman. We're going to go through and test this prompt again. Let's do 2 out of 5 image weight. Let's see if we can get a red dress. How much of the original image we have to ignore to get to a red dress? At 2 out of 5, we basically ignore the original image. We can have woman in a red dress. This is a woman in a red dress, but it's not the same. Let's add in the modifier beautiful and see if that makes a big difference. See if that's the important word that I should have had in there the whole time. It's interesting that they're not pushing the same elements of beauty. These women all have a little bit of gray in their hair, but they're not the same quality. It's not the same image. The image I fed it has actually made everything worse. Turning on magic prompt, will this solve my problems? I have a 2 out of 5. Beautiful woman, red dress. All I've done is change the color of the dress. Let's generate with a magic prompt. These women are more beautiful. There's more aesthetic from the magic prompt, but there's almost nothing of the original image. Let me remind you what the image looked like. It's over here. This was our original seed image, and you have this huge flowing blue dress, very gowny. One has a little bit of that elements of that. There's no way this seems like the same woman to any of us. Let's increase the image weight and see if we can keep the red dress. Over 3 out of 5, we're going to lose the red. Prompt adherence, creating what I've asked for, is very important. Now we are getting some red. 2 out of the 4 are red. This is obviously red and blue. This is mostly blue, and this is some affect here. This is the sweet spot. It's not using the seed image other than for shape. You can either have it completely copy the original image and just change the person in the image, or you can have it completely ignore the image. That's really all that it does with this tool. Now we're getting closer to the same person. And what does that mean? We lose the red dress. As we increase the image weight, it starts to look closer to the original woman, but also starts to remove any element of change. We're going to finally magic prompt on, and the image weight is 5 out of 5, which means it's going to be strongest. And it will probably look exactly like the original image, and we're going to get no red. These all actually look like it's the exact same image. Now we're going to do a little trick. Here's where things are going to get very interesting. Here's our image. We're going to hit remix, and we're just going to change the word blue to red. Can we make this work if we do a remix process? This is what I'm testing. If the entire upload element is what's ruining it. Remix is with the free tier. You have access to that. Right out the gate, better result. If I drop the image weight to 2 out of 5, we're going to get the best result. I just have a feeling. So the additional feature that I'm paying $20 a month for is worse than the version that comes for free. These are all much, much better than these. When I'm comparing the two options, it's not even close. We've tested these two different tools. We've tested Upload, we've tested the Studio, and they are both bad, really bad. I spent the $20 to specifically create this video, and I still feel like I regret it. I feel like I wasted my money. Let's go back and just look at the different billing options. I'm glad I didn't do the annual plan. The only advantage at this $20 a month is the image upload feature, which, as to our demonstration, and to my great chagrin, I'm really disappointed, is hot garbage. I think that's a generous way to describe it. It's literally worse than the remix feature that comes with the free tier. The second feature you get at both paid levels is the Ideogram Editor, which, as you saw, is completely useless. You'll get a better result of describing where you want each character in the image than trying to draw it. The sketch to image, which is what they mean by editor, it doesn't actually let you edit the image in any way with AI, is also complete and total trash. It's completely worthless. It has no value. I think they should get rid of both of those features. They remove the value. The only reason to go to a higher tier is for priority generation. The value is you can generate 400 images per month at priority generation at this level. The way they're doing the math here is a little bit tricky. I get 25 prompts per day of standard. I get 4 times as many prompts per day of standard with the basic level. And then per month, I get 400 speedy images. That means about 11 or 12 per day. It's not very generous, to be honest with you. It's far less than you get from Midjourney, because Midjourney, I can do thousands of generations. And then the other value is the ability to be private. If you want to make images that you keep a big old secret, you can pay $20 a month. There's no value to that. It doesn't mean anything. There's no reason to be doing private generations. The odds of people noticing what you're working on are so slim because they have to be looking in real time. And if you're doing something that's that private, you need to be using something that's local anyways. I just can't recommend upgrading for any reason other than it's a little bit faster. And for me, $8 a month to generate faster compared to what other tools can do, what you can get from other tools for that pricing level makes it hard for me to even recommend that. I think that they should have gone in a different direction. I would rather they get rid of editor and image upload and increase your limits. The priority generation should be a little bit higher. It should be $1,000 per month for the $8 and at the $20, it should be much higher. It's really hard for me to be excited right now. In part one of this video, I'm really excited by the free level, but I am not excited by the paid tiers. I'm definitely going to downgrade from the $20 a month. I'm just deciding if I'm going to go back to free or if I'm going to drop to the $8 a month. I'm certainly not going for an annual plan. I really struggled to make this video, to be completely honest with you. When I tested before shooting the video, I thought those features were going to be cool. It took me a really long time to find the Ideogram editor. I wouldn't call that an editor. There's no edit features. It's just a sketch pad. Very shocking. And uploading the image, it did what every AI does, which is take pictures of me and just make me uglier. Based on what I saw of the 2 paid tiers, those features are absolute disappointment. They're really upsetting. They're such a disappointment because I am so excited by the free tier of Ideogram. I'm really surprised by what they've done at the paid tier. It's very hard for me to recommend that you upgrade this tool unless you just need faster generations. And the ability to do 25 per day, you're very rarely going to hit that limit unless you're just going hard for it. And then if you're going to jump, it's almost worth it to just go straight to Midjourney for $12 a month because you get way more than 50% more. At the $12 a month level with Midjourney, you can upload images. You can use their describe function, all of their other features. They have every advanced feature at that level. The only difference as you open tiers with Midjourney is more time, more generations. And that's way Ideogram should have priced this. I actually think if they hadn't added those 2 features, that would be reasonable. And I probably wouldn't be as upset as I am right now. As tricky as it is, their attempt to add in new features was a mistake on their part. Overall, I am still really excited about the free tier. I'm going to be downgrading. I'm definitely downgrading out of the $20 level. I don't know if I'll stay at the $8 level. I probably won't. I'm not going to ask for a refund because that's not really legitimate because I did use the tool and test it and share it, but I'm definitely not going to be continuing with this going forward. I think they've made a huge mistake. I think that this is my chance to warn you. Don't put any money into this because the things that it can do, the free level does everything you could possibly want. There's really no upside other than slightly faster image generation. At the paid level, you can't do concurrent generations. I can generate 4 batches of images at the same time in Midjourney and have 10 in the queue. When you're trying to look at it compared to other tools, it's not really worth it. The advantage is they've really improved the quality of their prompt adherence, putting the characters in the different positions. They've really gotten better with their text generation, but all of those are in the free tier. Right now, this is a miss. Said at the beginning of this video, is this going to be a winner or hot garbage? In my opinion, is the paid tiers of this are hot garbage. I rarely have this opinion where I love the free version and hate the paid version, but that's where I'm at right now. So Ideogram, you completely and totally dropped the ball. Let me know in the comments what you think. Maybe I'm completely wrong and you absolutely love the pictures of me looking like a monster. Whatever you think, remember, I've got videos coming out testing these tools. My job is to show you the tools that work and protect you from the tools that don't. So hit the subscribe button, like if you found this video useful, and hit that bell if you want to get notified every single time I post a video, which is every single day for the next year. And hopefully as the channel grows, it'll be continually afterwards. I appreciate you being here. Your comments really are what help me get through these tougher videos when AI hurts my feelings, and you've helped me in the past when they made some pretty tough images of me as well. Yet again, an AI has made me ugly, but we're going to endure, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked that video, I think you're going to like this one, or maybe even this one. Check them out.